to the Cubs? It is Grizzle Marine here, my friends, and welcome to the Evolve Beta. Everyone's been looking forward to this, or anyone on this channel who's subscribed has been looking forward to this. And obviously here you are looking at my first win as Goliath, which I really damn enjoyed. So be generous, you know. I'm not going to say that I'm amazing. But anyway, in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the future of Evolve and how it's going. A lot of people have been hating on this game. A lot of people have been loving this game. A lot of people have been not sure about it and not sure what to do about it. I can tell you now that I probably had the full experience, or the best experience you can possibly get before the actual game release, because I've got everything you possibly can in the beta. I've had the Wraith, I've had the most recent Hunters, I've had even a game of Evacuation yesterday, which was amazing. Now, I really wanted to address those people that really hate on the game for no reason. If you're saying comments like, it's just going to be another Titanfall, which honestly I've seen pop up in a lot of places, please just fucking piss off. Because if you don't like the game, don't watch it, don't play it, don't purchase it. No one's forcing you to watch or entertain yourself with it or enjoy it, so there's no reason for you to be here. But for those people that maybe you're unsure about it but still think they might give it a try, then please do stay around. You might, you know, it's fair enough that you might think that. It's still in early stages, but I've got the full experience of it and I wanted to give you my own opinion on it. Now, obviously, because I'm an Evolve-based channel, you might think that I'm going to be quite biased. I can assure you that I'm going to try and do everything I can to be as far from that. Now, what I love about this game is it's very competitive and it's something that I really do enjoy. Now, a lot of people find that it's going to get boring very quickly. I can assure you that it's not that kind of game. A lot of people start to think it's going to get boring very quickly because they think it's just a monster and 4 hunters, 1 game mode. It's not. They have to remember that there's a ton of different hunters, a ton of different monsters, and loads of monsters and hunters that are still to come out, considering that Evolve even did say that they were going to bring out a huge amount of DLC content for this game. The last thing they want you to do is get bored of the game. They want to keep the game going. They are passionate about it. Yet, the other obviously main reason, they want to make money off it. Of course they don't want the game to die so quickly. So those of you who think that it's just going to get boring really quickly, I can tell you now that they're going to make DLC content, new monsters, new game modes, new hunters, which is going to keep you interested. But one thing that keeps me interested is the fact that it has a really good competitive aspect to it. I love how much kind of skill and thought it actually takes to play as the monster, to try and outsmart 4 other players. And even vice versa, if you're playing as the hunters, you really do have to work together. If you get a team of hunters that don't work together properly, then the game just gets ruined. This is one big thing that a lot of people have been saying that just might ruin the game in the future, because people just don't want to work together. You have kids who don't give a shit, they want to do what they want. Trust me, in the alpha, I do recall that was the kind of thing it was. But I think that a lot of people have seen the live streams. A lot of people who've bought the game have now do actually know, or are going to buy the game even, actually know how the game works. And they know to have fun, they need to kill the monster. If they're going to be running around aimlessly and not work together, it's going to be a shit time and they're never going to win. So actually find, surprisingly, that even without friends, you do now and again actually get a very good hunter squad which will actually work together even though they don't know each other, which is obviously what you really want. A bit like a game of CSGO. If you don't know what CSGO is, it's a big team game and does obviously represent this kind of thing. So let's talk a bit more about DLC content. For those of you that get quite annoyed with DLCs, I think you'll find that in games like Call of Duty, your mate gets the brand new map pack, you haven't bought it yourself. You can't play with him on this new map pack because you haven't bought it. That fucking sucks. Now, Evolve is completely different, and they've actually thought about this. They do not want to split the community up, so therefore, they've made it so that if your friend buys the new map pack with the new monster and new hunters, you can still play with him. It doesn't mean you will get, like, the new, it doesn't mean you'll get the monster and the new hunters, but it does mean that if, for example, when you play with your friend, he can play as the new Trapper and you can just play as the ordinary Assault. So it's a fantastic way of keeping the community together and also isn't pressuring you to have to buy the DLC to play with your friends. I've just changed the gameplay up here for you guys. I'm playing as the Trapper Maggie. Again, one of my first Hunter gameplays, just to give you guys a different point of view. But back to the point. Evolve are not going to want the game just to completely die. They're going to bring out loads of different stuff. And one thing that they did say in one of their streams, and I quote, this is what they kind of actually did say, was that they weren't going to make some schmancy, fancy, amazing trailer that makes their game look fucking amazing, and then when you buy it, it's pretty much a piece of shit that gets boring straight away. What you see is basically what you get, and honestly, a lot of their trailers and stuff is what you see and is what I have gotten, and I have enjoyed it like hell. And they said one thing that made me really laugh is they weren't going to fucking, well, bring out this fancy schmancy trailer and then go and make toasters. They were going to fucking carry on with the game. They enjoy it. They are passionate about it. They want it to last. It makes them money. Of course they're not going to want the game to die. So they aren't going to go away and make fucking toasters, don't worry. They are going to keep you updated. They're going to bring more DLC content. And in fact, I've heard through the grapevine that apparently Evolve may be one of the games with the most DLC content, meaning that this game could be lasting very long term, especially if it becomes a more competitive game. So it is something to really look forward to. So you may be asking, what the fuck is the DLC content? You know, you might not be sure what DLC content they could bring out. I can tell you several things of what the DLC content's going to have. Obviously, it's going to be Hunters and Monster, which will always keep the game really lively, because I've only played the Goliath so far. I'm still going to go and play the Wraith. And I've also played just mainly the Trapper characters. I actually haven't played a lot of else, and yet I have really, really enjoyed myself. I haven't got bored of it at all, meaning that once I've played all through the other Hunters and Monsters that are already out, I'm not going to be getting bored very soon, as well as the fact that they're going to bring loads of, new monsters and new hunters out. The second thing is maps, which you have to remember you can still play with your friends if they buy this new map pack or whatever it may be. So that's the great thing about it. And obviously maps could be really interesting. So far they've only made, I think, some very simple, basic looking maps, which are still pretty damn nice. But, I think it would be quite cool if they went on to make maps that obviously have huge changing events, a bit like, on other things, platforms. For example, Battlefield, that has obviously massive maps that change quite a lot depending on what happens in the game. Evolve could do something similar with this. This is just an idea of what they could be doing. This next one is game modes. Game modes, they've already made, obviously, Evacuation and their main Hunt game mode. Evacuation, obviously, containing nests and all that. If you don't know what the game modes are, then I'm sure you can find some content on it. But the game modes are really fun and interesting. They've already made a few variations on it. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to bring out more variations. A lot of people are saying that I've been seeing a lot of places that people want to see monster versus monster. I think that could be something really interesting. I think it'd be quite cool also seeing more than just a team of 4 hunters and 1 monster. Maybe Evolve could be integrated to make it a bit more exciting if they had it so it was something like all the hunters versus all the monsters. If they could make something similar to this could be really exciting. So they've got loads of potential ideas that could come out and make this game great, as long as it stays and keeps it so that it's balanced, because that is obviously the main thing. To be honest, there's only one negative thing I have to say about the game at this stage. Now, I got a comment, unfortunately I couldn't find it, so I couldn't put it on the screen for you guys, but I got a comment about a guy saying that he was playing on PC. Now, I'm going to say right now that I feel sorry for a lot of the people that play on PC who play Evolve, because PC is a completely, obviously, it's a mouse and keyboard. It's completely different controls to a console. The point is, this game was designed for a console, and Evolve didn't really think about the fact that if they put it on PC, it completely changes the game up. You have to remember that when using a mouse, you have a lot better aim. And according to this guy, apparently for you PC guys, that it actually is sucking quite a lot, because the monster, or a skilled normal PC player who's actually quite good at aiming, can win really easily with the monster and makes it very overpowered, because the hunters can't really strafe anything. For example, the Kraken throwing its projectiles, you can't really strafe it because you can directly aim very quickly at each hunter, so it becomes extremely overpowered. Now, this is something I don't know whether they'll fix or not, but it's something they might need to look into. Hopefully they will look into this anyway, guys. But anyway, it's been your boy Grizzle Marine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a big fat thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.